Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between ToD versus Smurf. This game taking place here on Tide Hunters. ToD has spawned as the teal human player over here on the bottom right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Smurf has spawned as the red night elf. Night elf versus human in a 1v1 matchup here on Tide Hunters as things are getting underway. Wayfarer telling ToD to go to sleep and leave him alone. A little bit of bantering back and forth, and this commonly happens at the upper echelons of ladder. As you play on the ladder, you will start and you get better and better. Well, when there's limited room to climb, you start to find the same people over and over again. That must be what Wayfarer, or excuse me, Surf is talking about, as we're looking at, well, Altar of Elders Moonwell and an Ancient of War being placed down. On the opposite end of the map here on Tide Hunters, going to be opening up with an Altar of Kings and a Barracks. It looks as an Archmage will be trained, no big surprises there, as it will be a Demon Hunter first, coming in from Wayfarer, or excuse me, Smurf. All right, couple of things to note. Demon Hunter First is a very powerful hero, but it doesn't seem to creep out or have as much tempo as the Keeper of the Grove First. Keeper of the Grove, with Entangle, with those Tree Ant, you're able to put pressure, set up expansions, able to level up to level 3 very quickly. Same thing happens for the Demon Hunter, but the harassment strategy is really only shut down the Archmage. It's not as great at trying to take out expansions. It's not as good at picking off footmen, as there's no way to entangle them or slow them down and trap them into that position. We'll see how what Wayfarer's direction will be here in just a little bit, as we should be uprooting. Nope. Why is wait the keeper of Oh wow, okay. All of that said and done only to see the Demon Hunter get cancelled, and this is going to give about a 45-second advantage for ToD, as ToD already has his Archmage out, and now we see a wait, what is this? Where's the hero? No, Panda. All right. I don't know if Smurf is purposely trying to confuse me, showing a Keeper of the Grove, then showing a Demon Hunter, then showing a Keeper of the Grove, and then finally going for a Panda here. He didn't train up a second Archer. Did Smurf notice that Crota is casting? I don't think so. But it's all right. Coming back around here, Murloc gonna go ahead and clear, or Archmage gonna clear out this Murloc creep camp here. 3, 2, 1. As this will get shut down here in just a second. Archmage going to be picking up Claws of Attack +5 and picking up also a Mantles of Intelligence +3. This is going to be a big deal, as the Archmage now has considerable damage, up to 38 per attack. That is essentially 2 additional levels on that Archmage in terms of that auto attack damage, as the Militia now making its way over. Is Night Elf doing at fake, but there's no scout from the human side? Well, see, if you're trying to do that fake, you would still normally I would normally say you would delay the Altar of Elders. Thereby, if you delay that Altar of Elders, you can train up the Ancient of War or earlier and get in more, and delay that Altar of Elders and get in more archers. Going for a head fake only to wait to be scouted is one of those weird catch-22 scenarios where when he scouts me, he's going to be confused. Well, sometimes in high level play, you don't need to scout until later on, when critical decisions are made, whether or not it is a Demon Hunter or Keeper of the Grove right out of the gate. Doesn't normally affect anything, as Smurf loses a wisp in the center portion of the map. Meanwhile, back off to the north here, Panda looking to finish off this Murloc creep camp, using mana here to try and speed things up. And this is a little bit of a desperation move, as we're looking at a Footman now making its way off to the north. Moonwells are all very full, and ToD is going to go ahead and try and capitalize on this, as this is dual Ancients of War with mass Huntresses now. All right, damage going to be coming back across here. Damage adding in onto those units. Hunters trying to retreat back. Panda now making a run back as well. It's going to be low on hit points and on mana. Going to try and drink some Moonwell juice. Is it going to do exactly that? I would have thought. No, Wanda mana stealing used by the Archmage to drop a second Water Elemental. And ToD really putting on the pressure here. Beautiful denial there by ToD, as the Panda finishing off one footman. All right, Panda going to go ahead and try and drink some more Moonwell juice. Needs to get a little bit more. Are we going to see another Wand of Mana stealing? Yes, we are. Another Wand of Mana stealing, allowing the Archmage to get more mana again and again while denying as well. Archmage now out of mana completely, but the units are now running inside of the base, which is not something that you would recommend at all. He's going to turn back around and Breath of Fire across those units. Yes, he is. Gets up to level 3, gets a little bit more mana, and, well, is going to be able to hold off of this attack. Smurf does have a slightly larger army. Going to go ahead and get an easy surround. Is we going to shadow meld that shadow or that huntress? Yes, we are. And with that there, this water elemental will get taken down. With that surround, saving the low hit point huntresses as well. But those Moonwells are very, very empty. Scout tower now placed down. Blacksmith getting trained to try and train up riflemen. Huntresses once more out onto the battlefield. 2 of those huntresses are low as a Wisp comes over to keep track and see if there is an expansion out in play. Coming back through, scout farms are down, no expansion off to the north. 26 supply compared to 37. Smurf does have a significantly larger army, and this may catch his opponent completely off guard as we're looking at, oh no, Smurf, don't lose that huntress. There it goes, down to 41 hit points there. All right, trying to, well, spread out all of that damage. Giant sea turtles with medium armor. There's a Breath of Fire coming back across there. Low hit point huntresses are moving around everywhere. Scroll of Healing will pretty much be absolutely necessary as there's 3 huntresses in the orange or red. All right, picking up a Wand of Mana stealing. Smurf perhaps saying, I too can take your mana as well. Archmage, Clarity Potions, Water Elementals being dropped, clearing out another creep camp. Ring of Protection +3 now dropped there as we are looking at ToD setting up scout farms pretty much everywhere across the map. Interesting call here as we're looking at the Huntresses now looking to dive in and now perhaps go after some of these units. Oh, a little bit of spread poison damage could cause a little bit of problems, but the Null Assassin doesn't single target anything as the Null Warden will get finished off here. Ring of Regeneration on the Brewmaster. Low hit point huntresses perhaps should be retreating back. The Moonwells are, well, back up to about half full, which is not a bad scenario to be in. But Smurf is playing a very dangerous game. Perhaps going to get an Alchemist here to try and heal up these units. Does he have tier 2? Nope, not quite yet. All right, going to go ahead and pick up this here. Oh, picks up a Scroll of Healing up many of those units once more. Militia now back over across as a Panda, sitting at level 4, getting closer to level 5. Is he going to try and do a little bit more healing? That's a Potion of Replenishment. An additional Scroll of Healing could have perhaps been in the books as we're looking at 43 supply over 50. Are we going to be looking up at a follow-up item? That is the question, or follow-up hero here. That is the question as we're now going up onto the high ground. All right, this potentially could be a bad news. Siphon mana away from the Panda. Panda is in a little bit of trouble. Drunken Haze trying to Breath of Fire. Going to finish off a Water Elemental, getting that taken down, but it is taken down by creeps as the Walt Zeppelin now picking up those units. Nothing to shoot down the Goblin Zeppelin as the Panda now being forced to retreat back. Beautiful micro by ToD. 40 supply to 50. Siphon mana back into the Archmage. Archmage is going to have Water Elementals for days. As we are looking at perhaps a Tavern Hero. No, not quite yet. Ready to pull the trigger on a Tavern Hero. Heading back off to the north. Panda going to go ahead and engage here. Go after the Ogre Magi. Finish off of this creep camp. This is a rather dangerous position to be in. Selling some items. Picking up a Potion of Mana, has also a Wand of Mana stealing, also picking up got a Scroll of the Beast. I don't know if that was deliberate or not, as we're looking at damage onto the Huntresses. This has got to be careful, as the Huntress could end up getting taken down. Low hit point Huntress getting backed away once more, and the medium armor, well, all getting finished off by these Huntresses here. All right, it looks as though Smurf purposely trying to get to level 5 first before perhaps picking up a second hero. During this time, though, the Blood Mage sitting at level 2 now also has access to Flame Strike. All right, Rifleman Casters coming across from the human player Night Elf. Smurf now wandering around, still sitting on a solo level, a solo Panda sitting almost at level 5. 13 experience shy. No second hero being trained up as we are still at Tree of Ages. And now that we are, well, sitting at 40 or 50 over 50 supply, it looks like a second hero will not be trained up. Hi, OC, or like QC Jester, how are you doing? All right, Panda making its way down. Plenty of consumable items, but really needs to heal up this army. Perhaps what is he gonna do? Sell the Ring of Regeneration. Now gonna perhaps heal up once more, or at least return those huntresses, heal them up first before the next battle. Meanwhile, down to the south here, this is going to be an uphill battle as Todd's Blood Mage will now be getting to level 3. Level 3 Blood Mage, level 2 Siphon Mana, level 2 Flame Strike, both of them very, very effective at, well, just making that army that much stronger, and allowing Todd to freely play his game may not have been the best call here. Army size, well, Smurf is a little bit larger. We are looking at Todd starting to take the economic advantage, and we are now at 49 supply compared to 50. The army of Todd slightly smaller, but he has the economy, and it should translate into the items, the better items here in just a moment. Siphon Mana, giving plenty of mana to that Archmage, or Blood Mage, now making its way off to the north, using that crystal ball, trying to look around. And what is this Panda really going to do at level 5? He is pretty much all in. He sold his Scroll of Town Portal, says, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's do this. Leroy Jenkins move as the Panda now trying to push in here, and Todd has already, well, brought in a large, the Scroll of the Beast, and is now trying to put pressure once more. Who's going to win out in this race here? Opening the doors up. Glaive bounce damage coupled with Roar, coupled with 2-0 upgrade. Breath of Fire pushing damage through as we're looking at the units trying to, well, bounce their way in as well. Panda continuing this fire and onslaught again and again as the expand, or the main keep here could end up getting destroyed. Panda is going to come across, get a Breath of Fire. Yes, takes down 2 additional peasants as well, as this is a push, well, to try and end all pushes. Meanwhile, well, Flame Strike, level 1, finishing off plenty of Wisp as well. All the Moonwells are bone dry too, as this Tree of Ages is about to get taken down to 300 hit points, down to 200 hit points. It looks like it is going to end up surviving, as we are now back here. Breath of Fire finishing things off. Flame Strike across all of those units. Brewmaster, seeing that level 5, does have some wand, does have a, there it goes, Breath of Fire, Drunken Haze, now continuing to onslaught as well. All right, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, well, trying to drop down triple healing wards to try and have all of this healing here. Difficult to focus down these units, as we now see the Brewmaster sitting at level 6, who now does have Earth, Storm, and Earth, Wind, and Fire, just trying to go after all of these units here. Level 6 Panda does have Earth, Wind, and Fire, but does not have enough mana, as the archers are now pulling back away. 32 supply compared to 29. The army of Smurf is actually significantly larger. 32 supply compared to 20. 20 supply difference here, as the units are now trying to retreat back. All right, archers do need a Shadow Meld. And what is going on here? A little bit of damage coming back and forth. And we're going to see perhaps some Siphon Mana. There's a Breath of Fire coming back through, trying to go down after a Panda again. Brewmaster sitting at level 6, putting on the pressure. Meanwhile, archers and huntresses still going to town, focusing down some of these units. Panda getting very close to level 7. The Tree of Ages is still up, and it is still mining once again. This is going to give a large amount of experience bonus, since it is a solo level hero at this point and stage in the game. All right, Water Elemental about to get taken down. Brewmaster could get up to level 7 there. Does get up to level 7. Does it have, yes, level 2 Drunken Brawler, Siphon Mana. How is their Earthstorm on fire on cooldown? That I don't quite understand. All right, more Siphon Mana getting taken away. Blood Mage trying to retreat back. There is the expansion over here on the bottom left. Plenty of towers to try and protect. Meanwhile, archers are going to town after all of these units here. All right, 34 supply compared to 27, 18 versus 20, and it looks as though Todd is going to be able to rebound, even though it is one base play versus one base play. All right, Huntress coming back around. Oh, peasants, are they going to get in the way? Are they going to get in the way? And the Blood Mage does, in fact, get taken out here. Panda moving away at, well, breakneck speed, sitting at level 7. Meanwhile, archers, well, Todd does have this sentry ward strategically placed, as the Panda now going to run after that Archmage. Archmage off to the races once more, also having boots of speed of his own, unable to catch up sight, and that Panda is carrying the team. Water Elementals being dropped there, more damage getting added in, as the Panda trying to catch up to that Archmage. Archmage, however, going to hide under the cover of multiple Arcane Towers. Arcane Towers, well, enough of a deterrent for that Brewmaster, as he does not want to stick around. Water Elemental is still wandering back here, and this game is, well, not yet done. Tree of Ages needs to be repaired. Ancient of Wonders getting placed down. Ancient of War training up more units. Todd, well, Todd does have more infrastructure technically, but he has lost his tier 2 building. He cannot call to arms at his base, so doesn't have full home field advantage either, as well the Archmage is looking to get that Blood Mage alongside him again. All right, Panda sitting at level 7. Are we going to see some additional items be purchased? That Scroll of Town Portal, Scroll of Healing. All right, so we went from from Smurf being an all-in position to now trying to play a little bit more tactically, perhaps dive on into here, shut down this mining, and if this mining is gone, well, that is going to be the end of the game for ToD. Reinforcements will be difficult to come by, but the big question here, well, Breath of Fire at level 3, and here we go, Breath of Fire across multiple buildings here, and you can see how quickly those towers are getting pressured. All right, no Staff of Preservation. I would have thought Staff of Preservation would have been the follow-up. Panda going to come back across. Are we going to see a Breath of Fire here? Yes, we are. Breath of Fire. And, well, this base is now pretty much in trouble. Finishing off all of the peasants here. There goes the last one. ToD trying to put pressure back on the other side here. There's an Ancient of Wonders and a Tree of Ages, but that's just not going to be enough. Piercing damage, magic damage, hero damage, not going to be enough to take down the Tree of Ages, as the Town Hall here is going to fall. New Town Hall now being rebuilt, as ToD could Scroll of Town Portal to try and save there, and that slight difference, it was all that it took. In comes the army here. Brewmaster perhaps going to try and finish off that Goblin Zeppelin, unable to do so. Goblin Zeppelin able to stick around. Well, yeah, ToD was trying to save his own base, and he did end up getting the Scroll of he tried to head back and was unable to do exactly that. He was also unable to shut down the Tree of Ages, and the Tree of Ages, are we looking at what? No, doesn't have Nature's Blessing. All right, Unit's going to try and back around the other way. Panda, Earth Storm and Fire as a way to break that a break of a siphon mana, as now we're looking at the Blood Mage completely surrounded. Goblin Zeppelin unable to pick up, in a beautiful use right there, and there's a Cyclone once again trying to pick up and redistribute all of those units once more. All right, Taunt coming in from Earth, as we're still looking at Storm, looking to perhaps get in some more damage here. There's some more water elementals getting taken out, as the units are now looking to back away. ToD now has 0 bases as well. It's fun to mass hunts. It's fun to win. It's fun to win. All right. Panda now going after all of these units here again. Huntresses running around the map, and mass Huntresses. If a unit is good, right? Never getting to workshop was the problem. Never being able to use the mortar teams. Archmage here, even with water elementals and a Blood Mage to siphon, just wasn't enough. Panda doing a great job here, shutting things down. Gonna shut down this a bit of mining once more, and this may be the end of everything else there. Are we going to see a Panda Breath of Fire randomly? Are we going to see Breath of Fire there? There you go. 200 hit point critical strike coming in from the Drunken Brawler ability here, as Huntresses are still making their way over. Blood Mage trying to get resurrected, and ToD leaves the game. All right, an interesting matchup right there. Smurf making sure to Breath of Fire to shut down that Archmage, but a solo Panda going the distance, finishing off a lot. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought about the game in the comments below. Where were the critical points? And Smurf doing a good job confusing me, training up a Demon Hunter only to follow it up with the Keeper of the Grove, only to follow it up with a Tavern Hero.